Hello, and welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt, and this is Crypto. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Hoppy. I'm going to do a little bit of a dive into Hoppy itself, the narrative, and talk about how high I think this thing could go. So if that sounds like it could be for you, then smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Cheers, legends. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Now let's get into it. Alrighty, so Hoppy. First of all, which Hoppy are we talking about? Well, there's really only one Hoppy to be talking about. That is Hoppy OX6E7, market cap of 93 million. It's clearly the most popular Hoppy. Looking at its contract, you've got $2.6 million worth of locked liquidity that's all been burned, which is great. It's got a really clean contract with no buy-sell tax. The tax isn't modifiable, ownership is renounced, and it's fully diluted, so there's no dilution to come. So all of that is what we like to see. If you're not familiar, Hoppy is the main character of Matt Furie's book, Night Riders. So you might have heard of Matt Furie before. His most famous book is The Boys Club, so that features Pepe, Brett, Andy, and Wolf. He wrote a book before that, Night Riders, and the main character in Night Riders is Hoppy. So Hoppy is a frog that appeared in a book before the Boys Club, so before Pepe. So that is the narrative that we're chasing. As you're watching this video though, I'm sure you've heard of Hoppy before. So to look at where this one could go, first of all, we have to look at where leading meme coins have been before. So last two leaders were SHIB and Doge. So SHIB got to a market cap of 44 billion-ish, and Doge got to a market cap of around 82 billion. It looks like this cycle Pepe is the leader, and especially the leader on Ethereum. So WIF is the leader on Solana, and I think it's likely going to stay that way. But Pepe is the leader on Ethereum. Before chucking any of my estimates in though, I'm going to chuck a clip in from Murad, who's one of the most influential people in the meme coin space. So he talks about the meme super cycle, and he's got some pretty wild predictions about where he thinks the market can go.
Again, the meme coin cycle is not a prediction, it's already happening. Memes are dominating every metric, every single metric. So these are my predictions. 1 trillion for meme coins market cap. You're going to see 2 memes above 100 billion. You're going to see 10 memes above 10 billion. A quarter of the first page of coin market cap is going to be memes. 10% meme coin dominance. Utility and VC-backed alts will continue out underperforming.
Meme coin current market cap is 60 billion. So Murad thinks it's just going to be over $1 trillion. So that's about a 15 or a 20x from here. A couple of big points that I take out of listening to Murad is that he thinks there are going to be 2 meme coins that trade over 100 billion. And he thinks there are going to be 10 meme coins that trade over 10 billion. Well, Pepe is going to be one of those meme coins in the top 10, and it wouldn't surprise me if he is correct, if it's one of the top 2 meme coins. So I think Pepe is going to flip SHIB. I don't think it's going to flip Doge this cycle, although it might, but I do think Pepe is going to be the second largest meme coin at the end of the cycle. So given Murad's thesis, we can estimate that Pepe might have a market cap of around 100 billion. Some of the other main characters in the ecosystem, which includes Brett, Andy, and Wolf, I think it's not unreasonable to think that they could have a market cap in the billions, if not up to 10 billion. I also then think that the leading character of the book that predates the Boys Club, Hoppy, I think this one could also push up to a market cap in the billions. A market cap of even 1 billion is over a 10x from here. If we did get up to a market cap of 10 billion, that's looking at over 100x from here. Now that is a pretty large target. However, Pepe has a market cap of 4 billion. That going up to a market cap of 50 billion doesn't seem too outrageous. Then if you think about the fact that Hoppy's book, Night Riders, predates Boys Club, it doesn't seem too outrageous to think that if Pepe's going to 50, 100 billion, that this could capture 5% of that mind share. Even if Pepe goes to the lower end of that, which is 50 billion, and Hoppy only captures 5% of that mind share, we're still talking about a $2.5 billion coin. Now, to give it a little bit of context to show that Pepe isn't just the one-off of that ecosystem that's absolutely rocketing, all you need to do is look at Brett on Base. So Brett on Base has got a market cap of 1 billion. Pepe's best friend, yeah, very bullish narrative. Although this isn't the Brett that I'm targeting, hint, hint, Brett on ETH. I think the fact that Brett on Base currently has a market cap of over 1 billion and pushed up to near 2 billion, and we're not even at the pointy end of the cycle, and helps me to believe that it's not just Pepe that's going to benefit well, that it is the main characters in the ecosystem. Now, I do think overall there probably are too many characters for all of them to absolutely crush it, but I think that the main ones, so all of the Boys Club members and Hoppy being the main member of Night Riders, I think at the very least those ones should perform really well. Now, for me personally, I think that Pepe makes sense being the main character. However, I think to me, Hoppy being a frog in the book that predates the Boys Club, I think Hoppy makes at least equal amount of sense as Brett does for it to be pushing up into the multiple billions of market cap. I think Hoppy is still being pretty slept on. So currently sitting at a market cap of 93 million, less than 10% of what Brett is, and we're not at the pointy end of the cycle. Now, for me, a couple of key levels exist. I think our first key level is at around that $70 million mark. And if we do lose that level, if you can get entries between 70 mil and 53 mil, I think you'd be doing pretty darn well. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get that low, although meme coins are super volatile, and having a pull down into that range wouldn't even be considered a massive dump for a meme coin. So I think really, as long as we hold up above this level, which sits at around the $30 million, $31 million mark, then I think we're still in the green. I don't see it dipping down that far. I think there's a good chance we wick down to this level or slightly below. If you can accumulate in this level, that'd be great, although I don't know if it will necessarily get there. Also, if you've got a project that you're super bullish on, especially if it's a meme coin in the Matt Furie space, then don't forget to drop a comment down below. Every comment down below does help out the community of the coin that you're commenting. The more comments with that token, the more likely I am to cover it in future videos. So if you want to help support your community, drop a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you're buying, what you hold, and what you want me to cover in the future. Also, if you want to join my Discord, I'm going to leave a link below in the description of the video. So all you need to do is join that. It's 100% free. It'll be free for life. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching, legends. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.